Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. I want to talk to you here just for a moment about vindication. Over the past, I don't know, I guess since we've been in this political process, but I definitely have been paying attention to the gold and silver markets. And I think I try to receive education there maybe 2-3 times a day, you know what I mean? And of course, there are always two different voices in the world, no matter what you do. But let me tell you this. You have control over the choices and decisions that you make. Information is everywhere. It's all over the place. But again, it's up to you to pick and choose what you're going to believe. Those of us who have invested in the silver, it seems like we have had a swift kick in the teeth. Because people start pointing fingers and went down that we have been in the bear market of silver for a long, long time. And of course, the world is still trying to convince you to play their game by getting into paper over and over again. I just think that paper, no matter what it is an unintelligent choice, especially the bond market. And the reason being is because if you play paper, when you have a currency like the United States dollar and the rest of the currencies in the world that are actually in a race to the bottom to see who can devalue their currency the fastest, by the time you go and cash it in, you're going to suffer anywhere between 15 to 25% losses. So why play the bond market when you can actually have physical silver and physical gold in your hand? Now, I understand that it's hard for us to make any type of predictions going forward or what's going to happen. So, I definitely don't have what you would call the prophetic foresight in this area at all. I called a few things on the political agenda. Most of you have been watching. But the interest here is gold and silver because we just watched the mining stocks increase. I think from like $12 to close to 19 something dollars like that. And of course, the people in paper are, and of course, they're making advances. But think about this. All currencies in this free world right now, every single nation is devaluing their currency. I mean, Federal Reserve notes is something that's created by the government. And you have to ask yourself, do you have confidence and faith with any government in this world? Do you? Ask yourself. Of course, most of you are atheists out there, most of you. But the bottom line is gold is something that has been created by God himself. And it's not going anywhere. And it hasn't gone anywhere. I've often said over and over again, when they raided the Mizraim tombs, you call them the Egyptian tombs. When they raided the Egyptian tombs, they did not find Federal Reserve notes in there. Not at all. No, they didn't. They found gold. And gold is getting ready to, matter of fact, it's making its move. It's not getting ready to. I sit here and watch it make its move, and I've watched silver right behind it. Has it stalled? Yeah, it's not stalled, but to me, it seems like gold is easily going to hit $1,500 this year, and silver is easily going to hit $30 an ounce this year. Now, it's painful, very painful trying to buy silver when it's $30 an ounce when you could have bought it at $14, $15, $16, $17 an ounce. I don't know what this bizarre behavior is. Somebody please explain to me, what is this bizarre behavior that is deeply embedded in the subconscious mind of man to where this is what we do. This is our attitude. Anytime silver, which has been taking a literal beating, is and has been gutted and devalued. Anytime it drops from $49 and it goes all the way down to $14 to $15, I keep telling you over and over again, that's the time to buy. Is on the low. You don't buy on the high. Now, again, there's a difference here because buying silver at $30, $40, $50 is still a firestorm sale. Most people don't see it that way. The reason why they don't see it that way because they cannot simply understand basic economics. Whenever you sit there and you watch a currency continue to keep going from bad to worse, that means physical assets is your best investment. I still don't trust in the bankster. I don't believe that you should actually have even a safety deposit box because they have the key to the door and you don't. And now, what have they been doing lately? They have been going after people's retirement accounts. You know why? Because we are physically sick in this country, financially sick in this country. There are no solutions to balance this budget. They don't have the stomach to do it, and it never will happen. You need to get that. Get it through your head by now, because we've been hollering and screaming. It's been quite some time since I've actually talked about silver, but we're doing it now, okay? I'm going to go ahead and make a purpose of actually keeping you informed to the moves of precious metals. And of course, I'm not worrying about the unintelligent people who will get on here and make disparaging comments and stuff and things like that. I'm only concerning myself with doing my job and my contribution to humanity by making sure that you, just like me, the poor people, stay informed. So when this next bull market hits, and it is getting ready to hit, that you could be in a position. You can be in a position because they're going to be coming in and looking for our silver. I mean, you think about it. One ICBM takes a monster box of silver to explode or detonate. Ooh, that's a lot of, and once it's gone, it is gone. But anyway, I think that more than anything, that it would be very wise of you. Very wise of you. Now, mind you, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is giving you information what I do, not what you should do. But I do know one thing. When you listen to a wise man, if they're wise, that'll make you wise. They will. But if you listen to a fool, you'll be a fool. But I still don't understand this bizarre behavior that when prices are low, people are not interested. But as soon as prices start going up, I know the reason why they do it. But as soon as prices start going up, all of a sudden everybody wants to go and run and break the bank and get all the Federal Reserve notes that they can and put it into physical metals when you should have bought on the low. Now, don't get me wrong. You should keep a reserve of Federal Reserve notes, but not in the bank. You should keep a reserve of Federal Reserve notes to where you can have it in your little hand. Your little hand. That's the way things should operate. That's the way that people used to do it hundreds and 200 years ago before this thing called the wicked banking system was started. So I'm going to keep it simple right now. I believe that gold as well as silver, especially silver, is getting ready to make a move because everything that I see, everything I hear, everything I listen to, and of course, again, the environment is letting us know that this is definitely going to be the future for us. But anyway, I hope I said something to stimulate thought, but nevertheless, if you don't, makes no big deal to me. It's not going to stop me from continuing to keep purchasing silver. It's not at all, but I would hope that you would. So the days of the mockers and the scoffers is over.